It's a pleasure welcoming you here in today's political discourse. Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, reshuffles his cabinet. Some of his serving ministers was reshuffled, of course, to handle other ministries, just like the minister of health was now assigned to handle education. Would that be a way, of course, of ensuring development that they are, of course, up and doing or up and running in their various ministries? Or could it be a way of just deceiving the people or perhaps re strategizing for 2027, selecting those who might possibly be of good use for him in 2027 election?
Personally, I'm not a fan of Tinubu because he's not doing anything. There's nothing to show that he's a leader of this country. Nigeria is suffering. People have been suffering. People are suffering. Let me say this: the shuffle of his ministers, whatever he's doing, it's not a new thing. Personally, it's not a new thing. Government, all the leaders, past leaders have been doing it. So reshuffle or not reshuffle, his government has not been favoring the citizens, the masses. The increase of poverty, the increase of hardship is what I'm looking at the Tinubu government. How will Nigerians survive? How will Nigerians survive in this country? That is what we are looking at. Reshuffle, will it reduce the hardship that he have already put in the land? Or reshuffle, will it reduce the hardship? What I'm trying to say is that whatever he's doing now is a normal thing to any leader who feel that whoever that he put in that is not working, he believe that he need to reshuffle him or he need to remove he or her from that position. Personally, even all his ministers who is working, if you say okay, let us count people who are working in his minister, in all the ministers he appointed. Tell me who is working. Maybe I can say Omahe. Maybe I can say Omahe is working. Maybe Wike is working. I don't really know. I think the other minister of interior, that man is working. These are the three people I can equally count. If you want to reshuffle, I don't see any ministers. I don't see any minister here working. Personally, on my own opinion, I'm not biased. I can just tell you the truth. For his own government, I don't really know the ministers who are working. He said, who is this person? This son, who is the aviation minister. He said he's working. Me, I don't really know. For me personally, I don't really know, and I have not seen any change in international airport. Keyamo, I have not seen any change in that international or any progress. You know, when you said this minister is working, you see some kind of change. You see the kind of maybe some kind of development. If you go to Abuja, you feel that and despite that, the rascality of Wike will not make me to condemn him. Do you understand? His political behavior based on his attitude towards human life, the way he behaves now is very, should I say, power toxicating. So I'm not seeing that bad side of him, but I'm looking at the good side of what he's doing right now in Abuja. If you go to Abuja, you can see. Personally, I can credit him on some kind of good work. Omahe too, the same thing, and he's doing. And Minister of Interior. Personally, I commend the man. He's doing well. But others, I don't really see much. Is he Minister of Agriculture? Is he Minister of Education? Is he? Just tell me. All those ones, I don't really know. I don't really see impact of them. Our education sector is very, very down, and there is no ideas being brought from him to say, okay, see how we can improve in our education sector. Agriculture, Nigeria have been lack of food. What are the things that will make us to grow in terms of agricultural sector that will improve farmers? What are the techniques or what are the strategies that you can put in to help the farmers out there? The Boko Haram have been a hindrance to the farmers. What are the government efforts to make sure farmers farm crops can equally be utilized by the farmers, because the herdsmen are there fighting the farmers. What are the government contributions to make sure that these things are being settled, to make sure that farmers are being, all the things they have put in place are well secured. All these things are affecting the farmers. Now, Nigeria's food is very, very expensive. Garri, rice, beans. Before beans, who eats beans? We see beans as poor people food. Who eat beans before? We see it as a poor people food. But do you know now, beans is even more expensive than rice. You cannot buy one pint of beans, you know how much it is. One pint of garri, you know how much it is. One pint of rice, you know how much it is. Not to talk of the bags. So all these things need to be addressed. All these things, being a minister of agriculture, what are the things you need to put to even bring your ideas? Why you are being appointed as a minister is for you to contribute your own ideas. That is why that is why the government itself appoint you as a minister. The president appoint as a minister. Yes, he saw or he sees something potential in you. That is why you are being appointed. What is your work? They are all failures. Tinubu ministers are all failures. Minister of Finance, what are you doing? Nigeria dollar today go up. Today dollar come down. Nigerian naira today it flop like less balloon ball. Nigerian naira is going down every day. Dollar is going high. What is the strategy you will put as a minister of finance? What is the advice given to the federal government? These are the things we need to address. As a minister of this, what is your own contribution? When people, yes, we are saying that Tinubu is not doing well. Tinubu is not doing well. Why things are like this? But the people he appointed, because the people he appointed also, they are not also doing well. They are not doing well. You remove how many ministers there, you put the other one. Yes, you have emerged some of the ministers' positions. I think he emerged some, what they call it, parastatals. He emerged some ministries. Sorry, he emerged some ministries. He emerged, I think, 3 and 1, he emerged them. Yes, it's a good development anyway. But at the same time, the people you appoint to handle all these things, what is the potential they have? What are they have to contribute? What is the ability? What is the knowledge? It's not about it's a minister for this after 4 years, nothing to show off. Minister for this after 4 years, you remove, you bring. The ministers you are appointing, what are their capability? The only thing you will see, he appointed a minister. Look at his CV. He said he has a PhD. He has this. He has this. He has worked at. All these things are formalities. All these things are just cooking up. For my personal opinion, because if you feel that you are competent enough as a minister of agriculture, you by now there is advice, there is some kind of strategies, there are some kind of loans you can grant to the farmers. There are some kind of ways government can equally help the farmers to develop the agricultural sector. There are some kind of ideas, new farming techniques in terms of mechanism farming. Do you understand? It can also be applied. It can also be introduced to farmers who feel that manual labor will not bring sufficient production. You introduce all those things. Government can help farmers in so many ways. Nigeria will have a surplus food. These are the things we are talking about. It's not about I'm a minister of agriculture. What is your achievement? Gary is how much? Minister of agriculture, what is your advice? These are the things I'm talking about. It's not about a minister, yeah, you're a trouble, you bring, you analyze, you bring out his CV. This person is John, his CV, he worked with this, his PhD, he's a director of this. What is? And now, he said he removed Minister of Education and bring somebody from
Minister of
Health to Minister of Education. How will that one work? How can such thing work? Personally, how will it work? You brought somebody from Ministry of Education to come ahead Ministry of Health, or is it that
Ministry of Health to Education.
All those things doesn't work anywhere now? That's why Nigeria cannot move forward, my brother. What you know is what you know. What you don't know, what you don't know. That man that you call as a Minister of Health, yes, his education. If you are looking at it based on the academical level of it, you can say you may have a knowledgeable thing about education. But the truth is that health is quite different from education sector. Let me clarify this. Him will go and appoint somebody that will be running for him under that health. Not that he will know what he want to do. These are the problem of Nigeria. If you have been appointed as you read an agriculture in school, or you read education in school, you have been appointed as Minister of Education. Somebody cannot trick you. You cannot be tricked. But when you are not knowledgeable of what they gave you, my brother, everything before you know it, things will be passing around you. You will not know it. That is why you need to feel somebody where his knowledge is, where his capability is, where his strength is. These are the things we are talking about in this country. You don't need to be putting people where you know that person is not capable of. Okay, appointing that man from Minister of Health to head the Minister of Education. Do you think he will perform well? Because the next thing he will do, or she will do, is to appoint somebody who has knowledge to work under him or her. And when you are novice of what you don't know, when you are novice of something, people that knows it, they will capitalize on your lapses and mess you up. These are the things we're talking about. People will capitalize on your lapses and mess you up. So what government needs is to feed people where it should be. Not by using Nigeria as a, how will I put it, as a gamble. You don't use, all these positions shouldn't be used as a gamble. It shouldn't be as a political compensation. It shouldn't be that because I voted for you or because I work for you, then I should appoint you as a minister of this. All these things shouldn't be. All these things shouldn't be. You can't be using Nigeria as a, you are using Nigeria as a, as a political gamble. You are gambling Nigerian lives, the citizens' lives, life.